Hi Libra, this is going to be your reading for the week of March 4th. As always, keep in mind it's a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everyone that watches. If you're new, welcome to Soma Chandra Libra. This is a channel dedicated to Libra and Sagittarius, but I do readings for all 12 zodiac signs on my other channel called Soma Chandra Tarot. Link to my website for private readings and to check out my other services is down below. I will also offer an extended reading this time about the energy of a person around you. If you feel like you need that, the link to that is at the top of the description below. Subscribe and hit the bell to this channel and my other channel, Soma Chandra Tarot, so you get all the deets and you know when I read for your sign. All right, let's begin. Libra, moving into this week, you really need to try to just relax and not worry so much. It's a huge week to eliminate distractions and focus on what's most important to you, but that can only happen when you're flexible and you go with the flow and you try not to be so worried. I also see that you guys are going to have a huge opportunity to socialize and focus on creativity as well as relationships. It's definitely a week that you can shine. Make sure that your ego is in check. And also some of you need to hear, don't be afraid to shine and be your real self, because you are being influenced by the sun and the zodiac sign of Leo this week. If you have Leo in your chart, it's going to come out strong. So check what house and planet falls into Leo. That'll tell you what part of your life it's probably going to show up in. Look for those strengths and weaknesses. But your activations from the solar system this week are the 5th house, the sun, the 11th house, but your catalyst to your challenge is going to be Leo. So the 5th house is the fun house. Pleasure, play, leisure, romance, dating. You guys could be dating this week, focusing on dating. The 5th house also speaks to creating things that you're really proud of. It's a house of creativity and fun. It's also a house that's associated with elementary education. So you might be starting a new learning journey. You might be focusing on teaching beginners or learning as a beginner. Let yourself have fun. Let yourself be creative. You do need to relax and take a break. Some of you are going to maybe plan a vacation, and some of you might, again, be going out on dates. But your immortal purpose and your destiny are going to be in focus for you. So some of you are going to focus on side hustle projects, creative projects, and fun projects. I'm also hearing that some of you may play matchmaker a little bit this week. You really will have a chance to shine. In particular, in group dynamics, I love the 11th house. That's the house of friendship, social occasions, networking, surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals. The 11th house reminds us we are who we hang with. So there's going to be a focus on spending time around people that share similar ideologies as you, have the same morals and values as you, have the same interests as you. So group dynamics, you could have a lot of fun with friends, socializing, dating, creating things. Your challenge is going to be Leo, though. So a Leo person might quite literally be the challenge, but I love what the card says. The energy is flamboyant, dramatic, proud, and passionate. It focuses on the importance of self-belief. So believe in yourself. For any of you that are shy or have a hard time being in the spotlight, or have a hard time feeling like you have the right to be a little flamboyant, be proud of something, be a little dramatic to a degree, and really display your passion, Leo is showing up to support you and say, hey, I mean, watch out for being egotistical in a group dynamic, but don't be afraid to be proud and passionate. Don't be afraid to believe in yourself at this time. Chin up. I just heard chin up. And don't be afraid to be expressive. Leo is very flamboyant and expressive. All fire signs are. So if you can overcome that, you could really have a really fun week. Also, I think you guys are trying to focus on something. Express yourself creatively. Start something new is going to be on your mind this week. Number 9, what creative pursuit do you feel drawn to? The 5th house speaks to that as well. So a lot of you are going to want to really focus hardcore on your creativity and your creative projects. Some of you do want to start something new. When you do this, it will help you come into alignment with your higher self and your soul. In my coaching practice, I talk a lot about soul alignment and allowing your soul to completely embody your human vessel and take the driver's seat. Let the shadow traits and the shadow side sit in the back seat for a while and let the soul navigate your life. If you focus on creativity, You will come into alignment with your soul. Your soul is craving radical change at this time. So your guides want you to ask yourself, how can I show up for myself in ways that I never have before? So some of you may work on something creatively, and as a result of that, it will create a radical change and a radical shift in your life and in your perception. And it will be in alignment with your soul. Really show up for yourself in ways you have not up until now. Also, they want you to focus on eliminating distractions. It says, stop shining light on things that you are not and things that do not matter. How can you reclaim your power? Are you focusing on worst case scenarios? Yeah, that's your catalyst or your challenge. Some of you may struggle to focus this week because every time you try to focus, you immediately focus on what could go wrong instead of what could go right. And you immediately start to imagine worst case scenarios. Spirit saying, focus on what could go right. Okay, Leo and the fifth house are so much about creativity and fulfilling the healthy ego and being confident and being proud of yourself. When we're focusing on what we're doing wrong or what could go wrong, it pulls us out of that, like the glass is half full, optimistic, creative energy. So be on the lookout for that. Try to eliminate distractions, and that's going to help you focus. Some of you need to be more flexible this week too. Wind came out. Be flexible and detach. Be in harmony with flow. There is no need to overburden yourself. Ride the wings of the wind, especially through the gusts from the southeast. Relax and be ready for the next surge of energy. Utilize good timing. Okay, so I feel like you're gonna feel your energy and like these on again, off again energetic bursts the week of March 4th. So make use of that timing that you will have. I'm hearing that like you'll figure out what part of the day you're most on, and you really have to strike while the iron is hot. You don't try to go against that, Libra. Go with the flow. So like if you wake up in the morning and you have a lot of energy, utilize that energy, because by the afternoon, that energy might be dwindling. So make use of those gusts of energy when you can, okay? It will be just go with that flow. Don't try to force anything. You're also going to need to be more flexible this week. Everything is happening for a reason. There are many options out there. Perfection is an illusion. So watch out for being a perfectionist and too hard on yourself or others this week. You can move forward even while you're going against the current, but being too picky and particular will divert you away from your destination, okay? Some of you really, it's like, I feel like this week is about radical acceptance. Like, you will not have sustainable, like Energizer Bunny energy available to you all the time, and you can't afford to be too particular or persnickety and picky about things. Watch out for being a perfectionist. Okay, if things go wrong, they went wrong for a reason. Just keep moving forward, keep being experimental. I'm hearing you need to be experimental, and something that will distract you away from a final destination or a final outcome will be, again, that perfectionism and being too picky. Yeah, it's really important to try to detach and remain somewhat detached at this time. Worry over nothing and fear nothing. Truly let it go. Detach and leave all of your past behind. Emotional, material, you will be adequately provided for, but not through holding on to attachments. The universe enforces the perfect balance, so just try to live simply. Okay, don't worry about things right now. Like, don't put your attention towards fear and worry. Just let go and trust that you're going to be taken care of and that you're going to be provided for. Watch out for holding on to an attachment for how you want something to turn out. You really just have to be flexible and go with the flow at this time. I wasn't going to use this deck. I was just going to get right into the tarot, but your guides really, really wanted me to deliver a message out of this deck. And it seems like a very personal spiritual journey you guys are going through. Some of you may have just started this journey within this very private spiritual journey. Some of you might be in the middle of it. A lot of cards came out. I let a lot of cards drop out because I feel like your guides were trying to say something very specific through this deck. It's actually two decks combined. So what came out for personal spiritual journey is the void, protection, chaos, love, enlightenment, attraction, and peace. Interesting. But the time frame for this cycle is undetermined right now. It may take as long as 3 months because that's at the bottom of the deck. So some of you have been in some kind of a void. You feel like you're in a void at this time. If that resonates for you, for some of you, Spirit was trying to protect you, or your own soul was trying to protect itself from chaotic love. Sometimes love can be chaotic, but it's not supposed to be that way all the time. In healthy relationships, we'll have those roller coaster moments where it's chaotic and dramatic, but then it's supposed to turn back into the merry-go-round where it's very predictable. Your horse goes up and down, you go round and round. Love is not supposed to feel like a roller coaster 24/7. So there has been chaotic and intense love that Spirit or you yourself have been trying to protect yourself from. Some of you might have been a little avoidant, or maybe your choices in love or the people around you have been chaotic, so you've needed to protect yourself, or Spirit's been trying to protect you. But your time in the void, this feeling of being in a void, is not without merit. I think it's going to be important for you to notice what happens while you're in that void. It's like trying to protect yourself from someone or something that you love, but it's chaotic. While you're spending that time in the void, I think you're going to have these moments of enlightenment, and Pisces season does bring moments of enlightenment. And the enlightenment, Libra, is going to be about what you're attracted to and what you're attracting, and wanting to attract peace. Some of you this week are going to have some epiphanies about what you're attracted to and why, and who's attracted to you and why. You're going to have aha moments about how to bring more peace into your life and how to attract more peace into your life. Peace is sort of the opposite of chaos. So if you've hit a rut in dating or in relationships, or your relationships have been chaotic, Spirit is trying to protect you for a while to give you an opportunity to have those moments of enlightenment about the attraction between yourself and others, and if that is bringing you peace. Ultimately, your soul's goal and final destination is about peace. Okay. That's very personal, apparently. The time frame for how long you're going to be in this cycle is undetermined, but it could last for up to 3 months. Yeah. So, relationships. Your guides wanted me to do a super basic spread. They wanted to focus on the main events for the week, and then they encouraged me to clarify using a separate deck the energy of someone around you. There's a let's try again energy. It's not necessarily look what the cat dragged in, but it's more like something that didn't work out before could work out this time. But the energy you've been in up until now is arrogant. I can't forgive you, walk away. So, I don't have a healthy ego card. Like, this is a limited deck. We just have this arrogant card. I think you felt like you had to just rise above it. Like, you kind of look down on this person at this time. You don't want to forgive them. You'd rather walk away. But it looks like someone may come back in and offer you some kind of an apology, Libra. It's something that you don't expect either, because we have the Page of Cups to the Ten of Swords as the main event. So someone coming in to say, I'm really sorry that you're hurt. It might, because of the let's try again card and feeling like you just didn't want to try again with someone, you've walked away. This may be surprising because the Tower is here. Someone's coming in to say they're sorry. You may be apologizing to someone else as well. I clarified it and Justice came out, and that's your energy. So I feel like someone might surprise you and try to make something right here. They might offer up a little apology. Also, a child could be involved because I have the Two of Cups here. This is going to make you feel like the Tower, and it's going to give you something to think about. Maybe someone's thinking about some things. They've gone off by themselves as the Hermit here. We have Scorpio and Virgo coming out here. Libra here as well. Lots of Leo energy. So either you or someone else is suddenly realizing something. Two of Cups. They want to talk to you about it, or you're going to want to talk to them. This is going to bring about a very important conversation. And then some kind of a breakthrough and a clarity that leads to a cooperation. And the Ace of Cups clarifies this. So it's like this week, someone may say something to you to really try to make something right with you. It's also possible that you could be leaving something behind and opening up to something else brand new with someone else. So you take it as it resonates for you. For some of you, someone's going to come back and there's going to be a let's try again energy. There's going to be a breakthrough. There's going to be a clarity. Someone has needed to see something from your point of view. You've had a point that you've been trying to get across. You're going to figure out how to do that. And it could start this whole new cycle between yourself and someone else. You looked like you really just wanted to walk away. So what someone else's energy is all about is other people's drama, lessons learned. I want to be more than friends. And again, at the bottom of the deck, let's try again. But we also have hookup down here. I regret my decision. I almost lost everything. Wow. So somebody might have like gone off and said, I don't need you. Now take it as it resonates. This could be romantic. It could be family. It could be a friendship. It could have to do with career. Okay. Take it as it resonates for you. Someone walked away, but now they want to try again. I think they went off and tried to hook up with other people and it just didn't work out. Now they regret their decision because they almost lost everything. It also says, I don't make the best choices. Okay. So they've learned some lessons. They would like to be more than just occasional friends here with you. They'd like the relationship to be a little bit more meaningful and a little bit more productive. But this hasn't been easy for them, Libra. It really hasn't, because I feel like someone's still sort of trying to get away from you. I'm assuming that's you as the Empress. Some of you are dealing with another Libra or perhaps a Taurus. Wow, the Ten of Swords is down here. I think that's you. Some of you have been hurt by something or someone, and someone hasn't really wanted to admit it. I'll be honest with you, Libra, they still kind of struggle to all the way admit what they've done wrong, maybe. They're also anxious about like being blamed for everything that might have gone wrong. Because the way this person sees themselves is the Eight of Cups, Strength, and the Seven of Wands. Which is, well, fine, I don't want to deal with you either. If I open my mouth, I'm probably going to rip your face off and leave me alone. This person felt very defensive. They might have felt ganged up on. They might have thought they had the high ground, but yet they were still being challenged in some way. They had to be reserved. They held back. This person has a lot of pride and ego. That's Strength. That's Leo. Leo did come out as one of the catalysts or challenges for you. So you could be possibly dealing with a Leo or someone with Leo in their chart. I'm hearing that this person walked away because they've lost their temper several times in the past, either with you or in front of you. They know that they can't do that anymore. This person does care about how other people perceive them. I think you do too right now with the sun coming out. That's not the same as the first house, but you really want to shine as a person. So this person might not have wanted to see that. They don't like seeing that in you. I'm also hearing that someone might be a little jealous or like, no, I don't want you to do that. I don't want to see you being social. I don't want to see you dating other people, or I don't want to see you thriving and happy and expressing your vitality. I don't like that. I don't have the Five of Swords, but there is like a covert maybe jealousy a little bit. Because the way this person feels is the Seven of Swords, but then the Six of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. This person is interesting. I think that a part of them really wants you and the whole world to think they're better than everybody and their shit doesn't stink. Like, I'm up on my high horse. I'm amazing. I'm beautiful. I'm wonderful. But they also feel the need to play duck and weave. I think that they put on a lot of appearances, for sure. They care very much about the way other people see them. They may wear a bit of a mask where no matter how bad life looks for them, they always make sure they look good on the outside, but that might not 100% be true all the time. I also think they went off and went out, like if it's a dating thing, they like tried to be single, tried to put themselves out there. but it didn't really work out because their action towards you now, Libra, is the Nine of Swords, the Hangman, and the Page of Cups. But then we've got this Seven of Swords and the Empress. So it's almost like once they see something, there's Pisces here. You could be dealing with a Pisces as well. Once they realize that they have to see something from a different point of view, it's like they have no choice but to apologize. It's like, I'm backed into a corner. I have no choice but to speak out to Libra. I have no choice but to speak up to Libra. Again, if they owe you an apology, they're suddenly seeing something from a very different point of view. That's a struggle for them to admit to and see, but they do want to open up and express themselves. If these don't resonate about someone coming back and trying again with you, and this is like maybe something new that you're starting in your life, this person will approach you. After either you or them have maybe been through something difficult. It's like now is the right time to get it going. You need to know that this person's really insecure sometimes, though. They want to make sure that they really come across as having themselves really put together, being very successful, being well-dressed and all that. They don't like to be challenged. They hide a lot of their insecurities. It's a struggle for them to open up and try to form a connection, but they will do it. But I think for a lot of you, this is about, maybe somebody coming back and apologizing because they don't really have a choice. I think you're going to get your way. Like you're going to get some sort of recognition that you really deserve. And I think that, again, this does look like an apology here, like I'm going to make something right with you. I feel like this person feels like they have no choice, like they have to make something right. But I'm hearing it. They want me to say it one more time. This person will say to you, I'm willing to take the blame and apologize for certain things, but there's other things that I don't want to apologize for or that I don't want to admit to. This person always wants to come out on top as well. Interesting. So you could have this kind of an interaction this week with someone. If you feel like you need the extended reading to get to the bottom of this person's motivations and see a longer prediction about where this could go and what will happen, the link to the extended is at the top of the description below. But that's what this week looks like, Libra. Try to worry over nothing and just be flexible and go with the flow. Make use of energy and energetic bursts when you have it. Eliminate distractions by stopping, like no longer focusing on worst case scenarios and what's going wrong. Be open to radical change, be open to creativity, and don't be afraid to get into group dynamics where there is creativity, potentially dating, socializing, networking. Be the real you, believe in yourself, be passionate, and let it shine. All right? And keep moving towards enlightenment and aligning with peace and attracting peace. All right, Libra, that's the week of March 4th. Hope it resonates and I hope it helps. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Libra. Take care. I love you guys and I'll see you next time.